Tommy, I've experienced this inconvenience known as car trouble. Have you ever been inconvenienced, or have you ever been the inconvenience? Tell me now, I need to know.
Oh, I mean, both sides of that spectrum, of course.
Yeah, I believe that. If you opened a store that sold lottos and candies and boozes, people would call it an inconvenience store. Do you get it? Because citizens would have to deal with you and it would be an inconvenience, Tommy. Do you get that?
Hey, I'll have you know that I was always the most requested. People would, when I was a cashier at our little town, Clio, Michigan, at the grocery store, people would wait in my line just to come through to see me. And that's not lying. They said I was the most cheery and the most happiest and made them laugh. And oh yeah, I had old ladies lined up for days waiting to come through my line.
Oh,
And
yeah.
old men.
Yeah, you know what? People line up for freak shows and roadside attractions too, sir. So don't
Uh,
want to get too excited.
I mean, I'm sure there's a bit of that. I mean, I'm okay with that.
I mean, you have all this hair and this beard. You look like a grizzly bear's nipples, son.
I don't have long hair anymore. You've seen me.
Well, you got hair on your head, I think. You
Yeah,
should go bald. Why don't you bald yourself, would you? Shave that head. Be a real biker man, huh?
I did that. I did that. I did that. Oh shoot. In 10th grade, I did that, and it was just, oh, my head is terrible. It's bumpy. Oh my god, it's shaped weird. I need hair. I need hair to distract it from this face I have. So
So I was having this car trouble, you see. And the problem with the car trouble is that one time my car was working the best and then it was not working the best, and that's really bad because whenever I have all the car trouble, I feel like the helpless little bitty baby babe, you know. I don't know what to do. I'm like an infant. You might as
right.
well drop me in the middle of the Congo and tell me to survive. And I couldn't. And I wouldn't. I wouldn't eat those crickets that I would need to.
Ugh. You wouldn't eat the crickets? Why would you have to eat?
I wouldn't eat the crickets. I want to eat them. You know what? What am I supposed to eat out there in the Congo? Am I supposed to hunt the mighty gorilla? I think not. Same sort of panic. That's what I feel like when I have the car trouble. I don't know what to do. Someone asked me to describe the problemo, and I grunt like a Tim Allen man. Because I have no idea. I'm a confused Neanderthal. I don't know how things work. I don't know how to describe them. Why are you putting this pressure on me? Just fix it.
Yeah, man. I'm going back. I think you probably saw on Facebook today, but I'm going back to the restaurant to work for the fourth time in my life. I don't know if that deserves a celebration or not. I mean, I'm 38, fat with a white beard. I don't think people are going to be too excited to see me coming and serving their food.
All of my dreams are coming true. You're gonna go there. I don't know if you know this about me, but well, I kind of jumped the gun. You're going back to the Mongolian barbecue. Can we say that?
Yeah. Well, it's actually called the Mongolian Grill now, but yes.
Oh, grills, barbecues. What's the difference? What am I, an old 45-year-old man with a propane? Do I know the difference? I do not.
I think, don't quote me on this, but I think what happened was people were mistaking it because we had a lot of times people come in and be like, "Where's the ribs?" So I think people saw Mongolian barbecue and just thought it was like barbecue, and so changing it to Mongolian grill is, gets away from the actual BBQ. You know what I mean?
You know what? It shouldn't be your fault that people are morons.
No,
It shouldn't be on you.
it wasn't on me. I think that was just corporates. They didn't change. It's still BDs.
Yeah, but I don't know if you noticed this or not. You said back then you used we, like we are legion, we are one. You're already back in that corporate mentality. You're already towing the corporate line. Oh my God, you sold out. Look at you.
Hey man, they said they'd work their own comedy, so until that doesn't happen, then I'm good. And I mean, come on, I mean, it's a restaurant, so I mean, I like. people that work there, most of them. Um, and I would consider a few of them even friends. So I mean, it'll be fun. It'll be fun to go back. But I realized that I'll have 5 different cars since I've been working there. This will be tomorrow. I'm going to get a new car. Well, 2018, but new to me. Um, and that will be the 5th car that would be driven to Mongolian to work. Isn't that crazy? 5 years.
That's a lot of notches in your carburetor belt. You really ride around there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, car hussy.
I put 100,000 on my car in the 3 years that I had it. So, and that's including the pandemic. So, man, if I wasn't if I was on the road last year, holy crap, I probably would be, another 33. It'd probably be 133,000. But I mean, now there's almost 200,000 on it, but I bought it with 80,000. So yeah, 88,000. Now there's 189, but it's going bye-bye tomorrow, which kind of makes me sad. Do you ever get sad when you trade in a car?
Oh, I get sad for everything these days. I'm so nostalgic. Oh my God. You see me walking around and I'm just like constantly got all these tears in my eyes. I mean, stiff breeze hits me and I want to weep openly. Oh my God. I'm like, oh, that reminds me of the day back when I was 12 and I felt the wind on my face. Oh my God.
Yeah, man. It's I think when we get older, we appreciate more of life, I mean, I know that's kind of a cliche way of thinking, but I think it's true. I think we learn that life is short. Again, that's a cliche, but I think it's life's crazy, man. And like when stuff like this happens, right? Like, because I've been saying I was going to get a job for a couple months, and I've been hawing around about it, and um, you can't get a loan when you're collecting unemployment. So I was collecting unemployment a little bit. I was doing comedy, so that was working. That was a pain in the ass to fight with that and do all that. So I'm glad I was getting out of it. But it's kind of cool because the car breaking down it's like the universe is aligning, right? You know what I mean?
I agree. All my hopes and dreams are coming true. I don't know if you know this about me, Tommy, but I constructed an elaborate voodoo doll of you, and I have been every day. I've been doing this. I've been pouring all sorts of fat and lard all over this voodoo doll in the hopes that you would gain all the weight. And sure enough, you're going back to some restaurant place and you're going to gain all the weight. So, God damn it, thank you, God. Because I like my Tommy like I like my Jonah Hill, plump and jolly.
I do like Jonah Hill looks weird skinny.
I mean, he looks like a little lost owl when he doesn't have all the meat on his body.
But au contraire, my friend, I always lose weight when I go back to Mongolia.
We'll put that to the test. We're going to do a great.
I guarantee you, I will bet you money, and I'll tell you the reason why. The one reason
I want you to. I am talking. I want you to back that fat ass right up onto a scale right now. We're going to do a great weigh in, and we're going to see where you're at in 3 months.
Oh my God, it won't even be close. I'll tell you.
Well, look, put your money where your fat is. Let's see.
I'll tell you why you don't want to do this right now. I'll tell you because one, they're making me serve, which is great. I love serving. And two, I'm going to be an extra on the grill. That grill is 600 degrees, and you cannot lose weight around it. You sweat the entire time. I mean, as soon as you get back there, you're just sweating constantly. And
yeah, you're going to sweat because you see all that food and you want to eat it. I get it, Tommy. I get it.
And secondly, with serving, he said that I'll probably be doing mainly doubles, which are 8-hour shifts, and you don't sit down. You never sit down. You have 20-minute break to eat at one point, and that's it. And so there's no.
Oh, congratulations! You have a real job. Wow.
Right. Well, I mean, but you don't sit down. I mean, you don't when you're serving. You don't sit. You can imagine. You don't. It's not like you sit down and punch in stuff into a computer or anything. You're constantly on your feet for 8 hours.
Whoa! Hold all the phones here. Is that a pot shot at me now?
No. I mean, look at me. I did sales for the past, what, 4 or 5 years. And I think that's how I gained a lot of my weight, because I was sitting down behind a computer most of the time. And so, but at
Nope.
the restaurant,
My voodoo doll was working.
yeah, in the restaurant, you can't sit down. There's nothing. The only spot you can sit down is when you stop. If you do a double, they give you can't be more than a half hour. They usually like to keep you to 20 minutes, but they give you 20 to 30 minute break to go make something to eat real quick. And usually when I'm working, I don't like to eat a lot because I'm running around. So usually I just grab a bunch of veggies and throw it in a bowl and throw some sauce on it. And yeah, I always lose weight when I'm working at Mongo. That's one of the reasons why I went back, because I knew that it would be quite the workout.
You should put out your own line of workout tapes. It's called "Go Work at a Fast Food Restaurant."
It's not fast food.
Oh, come on.
Are you kidding me? You think that's fast food? The quality of meat that they that's
Look
good.
at you.
That's high quality.
Look at you. Towing that corporate line again.
It's true though. It's true. We learned about
Quote me on we learned about, there it is again.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise. I can't tell where Mongo starts and you end.
No,
it's all the same.
It's all
you're one great big human centipede now.
Mongo only uses grade A or B in some of the stuff. Meats and veggies, and like most fast food places use like C or D. So it's
Z or D.
And I mean, shit, to get a bowl there, it's almost $20 a person. So I mean, it definitely ain't like a fast food place.
Wait, is Z grade meat zebra? Because I would try that probably.
I think it stops at D, but yeah, literally.
You said Z. You're inventing things now just to prove your own point, and I don't appreciate that.
I said D.
You said D or Z. I thought you said
C or D. Is most.
Oh my gosh. Backpedaling Thompson. He can't keep track of his own lies.
Clean out your earwax. No, our manager explained it to us one time. He said that like when butcher shops, like the big ones that produce like the meat for restaurants and stuff, they literally like chop the meat up, and then like the scraps go to like fast food stuff, and that gets a different grade. And then like that's the fattier stuff and stuff like that. And then the good stuff, like the clean meats, go into like the A and B grade. So there you have it, Randy. And yeah,
excellent. So
it's like $20.
I would be like the clean meats, and you would be the fattier stuff. I get it.
It depends on what year. Depends on what year. It depends if I'm working at the restaurant or not.
Okay. And also, I take offense to the earwax comment. I clean my ears out every day. I don't have earwax in them. I do have a lot of ear hair, though, and that's a problem because I'm gross.
You're not supposed to clean your ears every day. Wax is actually a protectant.
Oh, yeah. What do I got a candle in the wind in my ear? What do I need that wax for? Get out of here.
No, I think I do mine every 2 or 3 days. Whenever I think about it, it's probably twice a week, I would guess.
Yeah, you gonna walk around with a bunch of brown ooze out of your ears there? Ugh. Yes. People will think you're the grossest freak.
Yeah. I shower usually twice a day, though. Hey,
That has nothing to do with your earwax. I am talking about car trouble, by the way.
Yeah, I ran a 5K every day this week. I might not get to it tomorrow. I'm kind of really like upset about that, but I got to take one of the kids to a doctor appointment, and then got to go get that new car. And
why don't you just run there? Just put her on your shoulders and run there.
Well, the doctor appointment.
You're such a man.
35 minutes away, and then the car dealership is probably 35 in the opposite direction. So,
fuck it, run a 20K. Who cares? Oh yeah, cough real hard. That's great. The other day, I saw a man with his own sort of car trouble, and the trouble was that his car was really cool. However, it was much cooler than the man driving it, and that's a problem.
Yeah.
You can't have that. You can't. Because his head was wearing orange hair, you see, and his face was wearing sunglasses, and his top was down, and he was wearing some sort of shirt with words on it, probably Billabong or something. I don't know. I don't know fashion. I can't keep track. I'm not a clothes meister. I don't know what's hip. You see?
Mm-hmm.
And he was really looking around and like, oh, look at this. Look at my car. And this girl pulled up right beside him, and I'm surprised he didn't need to get rushed to that hospital place for all the whiplash the way he did a double take. He was like, definitely, hey, girl, hey, like repeatedly. It was obnoxious.
Oh, that's weird.
Just, yeah, over and over again. He's like, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. I could hear his orange hair in the wind, just like,
Hear his vertebrae cracking.
yeah. And I know he was like, is she looking in my general direction? Has she seen my cool car? Can she overlook my blazing orange crush hair because she's seen my cool car? You know? And I'm like, look here, you're not fooling anyone with your hot shit car. You're one suspenders outfit away from being a Chucky doll. So you need to step off and stop looking over there.
Yeah.
And then what happened, because the universe polices itself, you see. I don't know if you know this about the universe, but it polices itself.
Like,
This big old douche in this stupid raised up lifted truck pulls up right next to the old Orange Crush there, old Red. And he said something to him, you know, with his backwards hat on. I would probably something like you geekazoid or something. I don't know. Or I don't know. It's probably something like you have a teeny tiny peeny piney bro bra bra. I'm not sure because I can't read lips, Tommy. I'm lip blind. I don't know if you know that about me.
lip blind. I don't know.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Lip blind.
What? Do you disapprove of that? Are you making fun of my handicap? Now that's nice. That's real great. Now you know the character of this Tommy. He hates lip blind people. Send in your hate mail right now. He's discriminating against me. And that's a crime.
I've never heard of lip blind. That's I guess I get it. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad I could illuminate your world there, Grill Master. Jesus.
Thanks. Learn something new
Welcome.
every day. I'm gonna Google lip blind and they're gonna be like, come again?
Excuse me?
Right.
I don't think you could say that on this program. I don't think you can say lip blind and then come again in the same sentence without getting a subpoena. Anyways, I thought old Red wanted to really beat up that trucker with his fists, you know, because he seemed to be real mad, and I could tell because I can't read lips, but I can certainly read some sign language. He held up his freckled middle finger at this guy. Can you even believe it?
Mm-hmm.
Right here in broad daylight. He's like, here's this bird, brother, you know? And then he immediately, his head snapped back to the girl beside him to see if she had witnessed his finger curse words.
Oh, no.
And I ask you this question, Tommy. Who is the bigger douche in this situation?
God dang.
Right?
Lifted truck guy was he
backwards hat.
So he was
backwards hat.
He was trying to demean old Red in front of the girl.
I don't know if he even knew that girl existed, quite honestly.
Okay, I'm going with Red as the bigger douche. But he said something like rude to Red, right? Or something cocky.
He was like hanging out of the fucking window saying something to him, and I wish I knew what it was. I do.
That's a tough one. Maybe I will go with truck guy because he seemed to be antagonizing a negative situation, and that's a pretty douchey thing to do.
It's a pretty douchey thing to do. I agree. I don't think I could be best friends with either of them, but
yeah. Old Red was just trying to see if he was getting some attention from a girl.
Yeah, he was trying to see if his $90,000 really paid off for him.
I guess Red was being more of a dork. And Truck was being more of a douche.
That's a great analysis. We should start a game show on MTV because, like, what the fuck do they play all day long? Called Dork or Douche.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
who can I call? Who can I call to pitch this right now? Because I'm sure we'd get on the air tomorrow. I am sure.
I'm gonna hold a Carson Daly.
No, what does he do? Somebody posted this schedule of MTV on Twitter a few weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
And it was like a 3-day period. And in that 3-day period, they were playing Ridiculousness like the entire time, nonstop,
Hate that show.
other than some like movie of the week. And that was it.
I never understood that show. It was pretty much follow that Rob guy around and watch him do nothing.
No, you got it all wrong. Ridiculousness is like America's Funniest Home Videos for the next generation.
Oh, I'm thinking of Robin Big. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I did have it all wrong.
Yeah, Robin Big was basically Viva La Bam,
Without,
but scaled back.
yeah, nothing happening. He might do a kit flip every once in a while, and then
Yeah.
somebody will be surprised about how big is. And that was like,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was it. You know?
It's like, where's Andy Milonakis? Come on.
Oh my God, where is Andy Milne? That's a great question. Is he out there with Bigfoot? Because I can't find either of them.
I think I Wikipedia'd him the other day, and I can't. But no, it was
You did what now?
Wikipedia. How do you say that? Wikipedia. I Wikipedia'd him. I looked him up.
Oh my God, you used it as a verb. I don't think that's possible.
I looked him up on Wikipedia, but I can't remember what it said he was up to. But I always liked Andy Milonakis. I thought that was a good way to use his disability. So.
He was like 45 years old and looked like he was 14.
Yeah, because he had that whatever that syndrome is, where you just remain child-looking your whole life.
It's not a bad gig.
No, I wouldn't think so. I mean, I remain childlike, even though I have a gray beard now.
Exactly. Then I'd actually have that a built-in excuse for owning all these Funko Pops. Like, look at me, though. I look like I'm 12.
Yeah. You do look young. You got that baby face.
I do have a baby face. I'm getting a little gray on these sideburns. I don't know what to do about that. Probably burn my head off.
You can,
because I can't deal with it. Every day I look and I see these little hairs in my sideburns and I just want to cry. Again, because I weep for my youth and I'm very nostalgic for the day that I was listening to the Cardigans and being young.
That's right. That's 100%. Oh man, I'm yawning.
Look at you, you sleepy grandpa. Oh my God.
Ran too many 5Ks this week, and I
Oh, that must be it. That must be it.
Day, even though I drank a lot of beer last night, like a lot of beer.
Yeah.
I started off with tequila, then I switched to beer.
Did it make your clothes come off? Gross ass.
No, absolutely. Well, I did shower at the end of the night, but no. I love tequila. I would have just drank tequila all night, but I probably would have blacked out.
Oh my God, you are a basic bitch. Why don't you get lost in the fog of your own thoughts? Because I won't be the lighthouse to guide you out, you know?
That's a good line. Where did you come up with that?
Oh, my head.
Yeah. How long
you know what other... Hey, do you know what other line I came up with the other day?
What?
Drop that beat, D-boy.
Put it in. We're drinking summer shandy on Thursday. We so motherfucking out here, though. We never been this out here.
So strange when there's change in the sleep.
What you know about Leonard Skinner? I whack of the intro, the hot of the verse every time, baby.
I've seen the hard times and the pressure get on me.
Well, I've been working like a working man do. Got my act together, gonna walk all over you. Pressure pushing down on me, pushing down on you. Shit, let's raise the roof. Woo! About time, it's the era of the rebels. Cloud 9 in the air up in the vessels. Generation fearless, got a taste for weirdness. Flow on fire, that's the way my beard is. Hard times, jump starting the grind. It's all good, y'all. Things fall apart sometimes. Let it go, let me know when you're ready, though. Don't push me, cuz until the edge I'm close. When the time comes, ride for something. Or live to be 90 and then just die for nothing. Speak their heart, your baby, speak their mind. And I'ma play their part and I'ma freak that rhyme one time for you. Rhyme one time for you. I'm an island, man. There ain't nothing else by me, man. And I drink enough whiskey to float a battleship around this bitch any motherfucking how. All up in the mix and the place to be. You down for the night, come funk with me. Like ABC, like 1, 2, 3. As I breeze. Like
Welcome to the Miserable Retail Slave Show. I'm coming to you from the Pod Shack outside beautiful Bay City, Michigan. My name is Randy, and with me is that man. They call him Tommy. What's up, sir? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, man. It's been a good day. It's been a good day.
Oh, you're like an ice cube over there.
Cool as melting? I don't know. What am I like? Hard? I don't know. Melting, I guess. I don't know.
What happened to your mind right then? That was wild.
I got very confused as to why it would be like an ice cube.
Well, because you said it was a good day, which is a popular Ice Cube song, if not the most popular. So.
Oh, the person. I thought you meant like an actual inanimate object.
Brother, you got to keep up. My mind is so whip smart. I know that you're just crazy old and can't, but you need to try. You need to try.
But
all right?
I'm sure my mind, my heart. What?
Excuse me? What's these words? I can't even understand you.
I said, you're older than me, but I'm sure my mind and heart are well ahead of you.
Oh, boy. We are just being great friends tonight. It's awesome. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in tonight. We have an entire blitzkrieg of semi-hilarity here for you. You know, here we go again, talking about what grinds my gears, gets my goats, and yanks my chains, you know? Oh, that's a hearty chuckle, you know? But you have a point. What kind of man of importance would be listening to this, you know?
I don't know. I shouldn't have had a good day. I should be hungover. But I don't know. I ran every day this week, which I forgot I mentioned already about 5 times. And I got a new car today. Well, I'm getting the car tomorrow. I got a job, so it's been a good day. It's been a good day.
You're such an adult buying a Malibu, and you think you're old, but you act like you're 19, and that's what I appreciate about you.
I like that, Scrolly Dan. You know what I appreciate about you? Yeah, at 19 at most.
Yeah, you gotta be, you know, 19 years left in your life at most. I agree. Hey, it's funny. You know what's cute? You mentioned that you love all the tequila.
Yeah.
And I was at one of these convenience stores.
Uh-huh.
And they had a tequila thing right on the cash register counter there. What do you call that?
The cash, I don't know. Yeah, the counter. Yeah, I know.
Oh my God.
It's a certain name for it.
There's got to be, right? Like the table of transactions or something. I don't know. But it was right there, proudly displayed.
I like that. Just put it over there on the top.
Yeah, it was just there. And it was called Azul Casino Tequila Gold Panther.
Gold. See, I only drink silver tequila. I'm fancy.
No, you need to listen to me right now. This was $200.
Ugh. I thought
Well,
that name as a because I've been a little bit of a tequila connoisseur in the past year or so.
You've been a tequila snob.
Yeah, that's why I only drink silver, because it's better for you.
Okay, I don't know if that's true.
No, it is. Look it up. There's no additives. It's got to be 100% silver tequila, 100% agave.
Oh my God, you're an additive to this podcast, and it's all negative.
See, the gold tequila is not 100% agave. So.
I need you to listen to me right now, because the thing, who cares what the fucking tequila looks like? because the thing it was packaged in looked like some sort of Indiana Jones artifact. When I say gold panther, it was an actual gold panther
Oof, that's what costs the money, probably.
with diamond eyes or
For that.
ruby eyes.
Yeah, you're paying. I buy the stuff that's usually like $30 for a fifth, which a little over 30. So I usually go. I'll just get 1800 silver.
Yeah, but that's because you're a lame-o no name-o. You have to be some sort of real hip cat daddy to purchase this thing. I mean, maybe if Old Red had also pulled out a gaudy, goldy, tequila-filled panther, that hey girl, hey in the car next to him really would have had all the swoons, all day with the swoons. I think you underestimate how ridiculous this thing wants.
I hear you. It sounds like you're paying for a lot of the art there.
I said a sentence that didn't make sense. I said I think you underestimate how this thing wants, and that didn't make any sort of sense.
I get where you're
No,
going though. I get where you're going. Yeah, that's crazy.
I thank you.
No, I just get like Midori or 1800, and that's good. I've been wanting to try the silver Cabo Wabo. Are you familiar with Cabo Wabo?
It sounded like you just had a real extreme stutter. I don't know what that is.
Cabo Wabo. It's Sammy Hagar's tequila.
Oh, you can't drive 55.
That's right. And I want to try George Clooney. He's got a line of tequila now, but it's like $50 or something, I think.
What's it called? Salt and pepper?
No, I'm not. It has some, Spanish name like most of them do.
ER?
Yeah. Well, he's not Dr. McDreamy, but I guess he was the original, or one of the originals.
Dr. Doug?
I can't remember it, but if you Google George Clooney tequila, then it will be there. But yeah, 1800. It's not very great, but it's silver, and that's you got to get the 100% agave because that means no additives. That means no added sugar, nothing added to it. Straight from the
Oh, you know what? You know what pisses me off? I just Googled this son of a bitch, and I'm very upset with this convenience store. And I'll tell you why. They advertised it as Azul Casino Tequila Gold Panther, and it's not. It's a gold Jaguar.
Oh, I guess you can't tell the difference when you don't see the color when it's gold, huh? I don't know.
I don't know.
Between a panther and a jaguar.
I mean, well, coolness, I guess. Like Hall & Oates talked about jaguars in their hit song "Man Eaters."
Yeah.
So yeah. Are you able to access your phone when you're on the Skype here? Because I'm about to send you a pic of this bitch.
Yeah.
Here it come.
Oh boy.
I think. There it go.
Got it. Oh wow. Yeah, you're definitely.
Isn't that
Yeah. Wow. That's cool though.
Isn't it amazing? I don't want to lie. I'm not out there trying to hit on the ladies and being like, y'all want some of that panther, girl? I got some gold panther. I mean, and let's be honest, some of the ladies out there, that wouldn't be good enough. You could be like, I got the Holy Grail here. You want to drink from the Holy Grail? And they'd be like, it's the Ark of the Covenant or nothing for me.
Right.
But I'm not going to josh you, Tommy. I kind of want one of those bad devils.
Yeah, they're cool.
They're super cool.
Oh.
Who can I get to buy me some of this?
Oh, yeah, you're going to have to find a very rich man.
Not super rich. It's only $200.
That's a lot.
They can have all the booze. Just give me the Jaguar.
That's a really weird thing to say, isn't it? Jaguar?
Yeah, it's supposed to be Jaguar, which is equally weird.
Yeah, why are we saying Jaguar? That's weird. It is Jaguar.
because that's how he says it in the Hall & Oates song, Man Eater.
Yeah. Oh, Jaguar.
You know what makes me a big dummy? I hate calling people.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I only call. Well, sometimes I call the beloved just because we usually talk in cars, like when we're driving.
Sure.
But I'd rather
You
talk.
got to coordinate your life with your beloved.
Right.
You got to get it together. You got to synchronize your existences.
Yeah, and I only call my dad because he hates texting.
Oh, you got to call the olds. They don't know how to do that stuff.
He knows how to do it. He just, I don't know. Like if I text him,
Oh,
he'll give me the thumbs up.
okay.
Yeah.
Because that's the only move he knows.
Yeah. he if he really wants to get a hold of me, and he's coming around a little bit, but he sells stuff online a lot, and he'll put in the ad, "If you text me, I will not respond."
I like that.
And he does it. If you text him, he'll tell me all the time. He's like, "Oh yeah, this guy just kept texting me the other day, but I know I wasn't even opening them." Like, that's great. But he puts right in the end, "No text. I will not respond."
No texts.
Yeah.
So we've got to get rid of these telephones. These telephones are no good. Does anyone under the age of 54 call a phone a telephone anymore? Leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts with your answer. Thank you.
Yeah, we should. It's weird that we still call a phone because it's definitely the definition of a phone has definitely changed drastically in the last 15 years.
Yeah, it's like it's not even it's not a phone anymore. It's like my existence. My existence is in my pocket.
It's a computer.
It connects me. Yeah, it connects me to everything.
I can't remember, but somebody did say that like 30 years ago that in the future everybody will just be walking around with a computer in their pocket. And me and my new boss was talking about that today. He was talking about how he's like, he's mid-30s, and I'm late 30s, and he was talking about how the kids that he hires, 16, 17-year-olds to be hosts and work in the kitchen and stuff, and he's like they don't know any music, they don't know movies. And I'm like, of course kids don't watch movies nowadays. Who's going to sit in one spot for 2 hours, not when a TikTok takes 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's true.
Our attention spans have become so, like, why would you take a 12-year-old and tell them to sit there and see if they're going to like this movie, and they're going to have to wait like 20 minutes to see if they even like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think about that now. I'm like, I'm not even going to give this movie a chance. I'll just play on Facebook for these 2 hours instead. It's very hard for me to give the movie a chance. I give up on them too easy.
You need to readjust your priorities.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Now that I'm going to go.
Oh, I do know. I'm telling you, you're not going to give a movie a chance. Somebody who, like a team of people who sat down and spent hours upon hours, blood, sweat, and sleepless nights creating a thing, you're going to shit on that and make sure you look at Cousin Bruce's awesome Facebook status about the headache he had yesterday and why Donald Trump fucking rules, brah.
I'm telling you, man, it's the attention spans. It's the world, the times they are changing.
Oh, you can't listen to that song. It's too old.
I only listen to old music and listen with the kids. And we listen to gangster rap.
I don't like calling people. No one else likes calling people, because I come to this conclusion because no one wants to call me back. You see? I mean, if you heard me on the telephone, you'd be like, listen to this groovy cat. He's far out in many ways. It sounds like he loves being on the telephone. Well, I don't. I do not. Inside, I'm being eaten alive by anxiety leeches. I don't like it one bit, sir.
There's a lot of, if you're going to call your bank, then I get that,
That's what I was doing. How are you reading my mind right now? Should I put tinfoil over my head?
I think that's pretty much the only time people under 50 call anybody is if they're calling like their bank.
Yes. When you're trying to call a business to conduct business.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, I have to, these businesses are out of their gourds. I have to call you and make an appointment to see you. Like, it's like I'm out there trying to court some deserving lass, and then she doesn't call back, so I don't know what to do. Do I come off as too needy? Do I seem like I'm a stage 5 clinger if I call back? Like, what's the protocol? I don't know. Is somebody going to talk shit about me on Facebook.com? Like, oh my God, this guy won't stop calling me. You know? It's really bad.
Yeah, I definitely prefer to text. I think I think it's cool because it gives you time to collect your thoughts. You know what I mean?
Yes. I feel like I'm a lot more like witty and like quick
Consistent.
with a response at via text than I am on the phone, because I'm actively aware that I hate the whole experience, and I think that I think that clouds my entire experience when I'm on it. I'm like,
I don't hate it. I would rather not. I still have a couple friends that still call me every once in a while.
tell them not to. Tell them to just fall off a cliff. Like, what are you doing? Stop calling me.
I don't hate it, but I definitely would prefer to text. I don't know if you've seen the TikTok where it's like when you're texting somebody and they call you, and then the person just like literally like slinkies out of their chair and underneath their sales desk.
Oh my God. Somebody
funny.
calls me and
They're just boom, 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 boom all the way down underneath it. It's funny. Yeah.
yeah, somebody calls me and I freeze like there's a T-Rex about to approach.
Like, what's
know?
wrong? Who's injured?
Don't move. Just don't move.
I
If you move, they'll detect your movement.
have a special needs friend that calls me quite a bit. And I like talking to him a lot. And he calls just about every day. And so that's cool. So and I love talking to my dad. And yeah, I mean, it's not, I don't know. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it is like when you're texting somebody and they call you, it's like, oh man. I know I'm not a very good liar, and I don't lie very good. I get all sweaty and clammy and usually tell them myself, but I have texted before, sorry, can't talk in a meeting. And they wrote back,
A meeting.
don't even have a job. How are you in a meeting? No, they
Yeah.
don't. That would be an easy one.
Yeah. You're like I'm getting a hot dog right now. That's my meeting.
Hot dogs are gross.
Mm.
I won't eat hot dogs.
What?
I don't like them. I mean, I will eat them. I've eaten them. I don't prefer them. If we're gonna go hot dogs, we might as well go whole hog and get a cheddar brat or something.
Hell yeah. Let's eat brats. Let's grill up some brats and just eat them.
Oh, that'd be great. I'm down.
The thing about brats is I could eat like 6 of them.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't think I've ever eaten more than 2, but I definitely could.
Oh, I've eaten like 4 or 5 in like a 6-hour span. It was the best time of my life.
That's like me with a large pizza. I'll eat the whole pizza. It's not even a challenge anymore. It's just gone within like 40 minutes.
See, this is why you need to get on the scale, because I'm going to win this bet.
Oh, there's no
Totally.
way. There's no way. Mongolia, oh my God, you can eat. I remember one of the times that I worked there. This is my 4th time going back. I think it was the 2nd time I was there. I didn't eat anything but veggies for like 6 months, and I lost so much weight, like 100 pounds. I mean, I was running and stuff, or working. It was the 2nd time, so I might have been running, but I was definitely working out in the gym too.
Yeah, but it's not pizza, is it?
Oh God, no! Pizza's the best thing in the world. I would eat pizza every day.
And that's why I win.
Well, I'm not going to eat pizza every day. We don't have pizza at the restaurant, and I eat for. It's not free, but it's pretty damn cheap. So I'll just.
I will send a pizza every day to Mongolian so you eat it.
Yeah, sometimes we order pizza. Yeah, sometimes we've done.
See?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if it's like a super busy day, and the boss don't want to give breaks, then they'll just order a bunch of pizzas, and then everybody can just grab a piece of pizza in the back when they have time.
Yeah, so I called a bank today and I left a message, and the guy was like, "Oh yeah, she's in a meeting right now. I'll pass that message along." You know, so I sit there all day by the telephone. Yeah, I'll say it, telephone, all day like a girl waiting on Friday night for a real hot date. I sat there and waited for this call, and I got nothing. I got nada. Like, how am I supposed to get a hold of you? Fire off a flare gun like I'm lost in the wilderness? Because I wouldn't even know how to do that. Like, how do you load it? Is it already loaded? Does it have a safety? How do I turn the safety off? I would probably be eaten by wolves in the wilderness, or maybe I would dances with wolves, because I don't know how to do anything. And that's why telephoning is an issue for me. You understand?
I do, man. I don't know. Just texting seems so much easier. I don't know. I don't know. I just I remember Greg Giraldo, who died in like 2010 or 2011. I can't remember, one of those years. He had a joke on, which I think is probably my favorite comedy album of all time, Midlife Vices. He had a joke on there.
We did an entire episode about that. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah. I do. Now that you say that. But yeah, he has a texting bit on there. This is 10, 11 years ago. So texting was still relatively new. And he was, yelling about how it's primitive. And he's like, I wish they would just invent like a voice sending machine or something. I don't know. It was funny when he said it. But so it's funny, people have been yelling about texting since the beginning of texting. I didn't get it at first for a long time. And I had the flip phone. So every time I wanted to do a letter, I had to click like 3 times,
Yeah.
But it made me faster at texting overall, right? Get those thumbs going.
Got to get those thumbs going. You got to work those thumbs.
remember-
Strengthen them.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're ever confronted out there in the streets, some man walks up to you wearing leather and spikes and chains like some 80s stereotypical mean man,
Yeah.
and he challenges you to a thumb war, you've already got the training, don't you?
Oh yeah, my thumb. Oh God, I would take down anybody over 50. Now these kids, they might beat me in the thumb wars. I'm sure their thumbs are. Ugh, I couldn't imagine.
I mean, if these teens got on that Mavis Beacon typing test speed round thing, they hooked up with that Mavis Beacon and tried to type their words per minute with their thumbs, they could probably like break world records.
Yeah. Yeah, I would think so. Yeah.
Why are you yawning on my podcast? That's what I would like to know.
I've been a very tired boy all week, even though I've been running.
What did you say? You've had a very tired, boring? Is that what you just said to me?
Tired boy.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I think it's just it's the running, and I get up really early. I get up, well, probably not as early as you, but I stay up late. I get up usually at 7.
Oh my God.
The run. Oh
the
my.
man who hasn't had a job in 15 years is telling me how tired he is.
I guarantee.
Boy, that's rich.
I'm telling you right now. The more you don't work, the more tired you get. Guarantee it. That's a fact, Jack.
Wow.
It's true. It's true. The more you sit around, the more tired you'll be. It's true.
First of all, I'm not a fan of the way you said that's a fact, Jack. Like you're some sort of old Duck Dynasty motherfucker.
Well, I said it in a fairly humorous context. Sure.
Did ya? It made me want to wish you to fall into a pit of your own perspiration and just thrash around a little bit.
It's true though. The more you lay around, the more lazier you'll become. It's just it breeds. So
it breeds.
Yeah, I think, when you get up,
What are we breeding?
you get up.
Lazy sloths?
Yeah, laziness breeds. Yeah, it expands itself. It's when you get up and
What are you talking about? This is wild.
when you get up and you do stuff, you exert energy, and it makes you have more energy. Now, sitting around, you're not. It's just look it up. It's all biology.
You're some sort of wild hippie all of a sudden. It's crazy.
I'll tell you
I
about
can't make heads or tails of you.
I'll tell you about it. Get this. I'm obsessed with this quote that I heard the other day. We are what we
Okay.
we are what we pretend to be. Isn't that the coolest? I'm like obsessed with it.
Yeah.
I haven't made it my Facebook
That's
profile.
that's Kurt Vonnegut, right?
Yeah, I never knew that. I saw it somewhere, and then I looked it up, and yes, it sure is. We are what we pretend to be. I think that's 110%. That's a fact, Jack.
Oh, stop saying that.
Right? You want to be a podcaster, so you pretend to be a podcaster, and that's what you are.
I want you to pretend to be mute and shut up. Make it happen, Cap'n.
Oh, that's a good one. I'll have to write that one down. Roger.
Oh, please do. Kurt Vonnegut is like thebomb.com, so
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look. Unfortunately, it's a little too on the sci-fi side for me. It seems like, but
he's not on the fucking side. Get a goddamn clue about literature, would you? He's not on the sci-fi side. He wrote about his experiences in the goddamn World War II, being stuck under goddamn rubble for like months.
yeah, but he's known for more sci-fi. I know that that's one of his books, but yeah, a lot of his stuff is sci-fi from what I've read.
No,
Okay. I know.
you are wrong.
One thing. Yeah, the Battle of the Bulge. Yeah,
The Battle of the Bulge?
that's where he was captured. Yeah.
Will you stop being all pornographic on this? I don't know what you're trying to tell me with these thoughts you have in your head, but that's gross.
Battle of the Bulge is not pornographic. It's a it's a World War II battle, and that's where he was captured. But isn't Slaughterhouse-Five like science fiction?
It's not. It's about how he survived the bombing of Dresden. I don't know where you're getting this bulge stuff, but you need to knock it off right now.
Let me look it up here.
Yeah, go ahead, because I'll be proven right.
He was then deployed to Europe to fight in World War II and was captured by the Germans during the Battle of the Bulge.
Yeah, but what's Slaughterhouse-Five about?
Oh.
What's
anti-war sentiment resonated with its readers amidst the ongoing Vietnam War, and its reviews.
Oh my God! Yeah. Scroll down to Slaughterhouse-Five. Please.
I don't know anything about Kurt Vonnegut. Why do you think? What are you talking about? Why would I know anything about Kurt Vonnegut? I just thought he was a science fiction writer. I wasn't arguing with you.
Why are you crying right now? That's what I want to know.
Acting like I'm arguing with you. I'm not. I don't know anything about Kurt Vonnegut. I know that he wrote Slaughterhouse-Five, and I just always thought, for some reason, I thought it was a science fiction novel.
Well, you started screaming at me about Battle at the Bulge, so I don't know.
It's captured because I had just read it yesterday on Wikipedia, because I read his Wikipedia.
Cool.
But for some reason, I didn't pick up on the non-sci. I don't know. I guess when I had something in my head for so many years, I always thought Slaughterhouse-Five was a science fiction novel. So, but I'm okay with being wrong about that because I never looked into it.
Okay.
You see? Yes.
What do I see?
You see? Oh, okay. Now I'm reading this Wikipedia again, so you can keep talking. I'll semi-listen. Come on, Randy. You're not supposed to be silent, too.
I'm giving you silent reading time because I don't want to confuse you with my words when you're reading other words.
Oh, jeez, oh, Pete. I'm good.
Pete's is
I-
right. God,
I-
that Pete, I don't know what he's done. I mean, like, it's Jizo Pete. It's for the love of Pete. I don't know who this Pete is, but man, he's got something to answer for.
Right. Oh, yeah. Slaughter, chapter 1 tells of his difficulties in his experiences at Dresden. So, yeah.
Yep.
Let's not argue
Indeed.
that. I didn't know. I just didn't,
You were telling me about bulges. That's what you were telling me.
Well, I know that. Yeah, I knew he was captured during the Battle of Bulge.
Yeah. I mean, there are aliens in Slaughterhouse-5, but it barely that doesn't make it sci-fi, son. Get a grip.
That's science fiction. Aliens aren't real. Even the government tells you they are real, so you know they're not.
Is that how that works?
Yeah. Some
aliens are real now, so they're not real.
Yeah. Well, I saw 2 comedians on Facebook joking about that the other day. I thought that was funny. They were like, I can't remember what one said, but it was something along the lines of, if the government's telling me that aliens are real, that's just more proof that they're fake. And I thought that was really funny. Like,
Isn't that wild?
The whole point was, poking fun at the idea of never trust the government. Don't believe what they say.
Okay, I get that. I don't think you need to explain it to anybody. All the listeners are super smart, I think.
Yeah. What's wild?
Isn't it wild that, like, the government is pretty much like, yeah, UFOs exist and we don't know. They're real. And everybody's like, I don't want to wear my fucking mask and crying.
They're like, okay.
But I'm like standing here like, dude, like, all these people are basically saying that aliens are real. Or at the very least, there's this advanced technology we don't know what to do with.
Yeah.
And like all these resources don't know what's happening, and all these military men aren't sure what's happening.
Yeah.
And you're just crying about how your mask is giving you CO2 poisoning.
Which I don't like. So at my new job, we can wear masks if we want to. We don't have to, which is fine. I mean, I'm getting used to. I've been taking it off a little bit here and there, in different places, just because trying to trust them, trying to trust the vaccine, and that's the way. Once was it July 1st? Nobody's going to be wearing masks anymore. Well, not nobody, but you don't have to wear them anymore. So, I mean, I think the way of the world is going to shift to no masks at all, probably by, what would you say, fall? The majority of people would be without a mask, probably. I think we're going to see them being phased out. I think I'm going to wear mine forever, though.
Yeah, but here I am in that. Once again, I'm in that phase where, oh, here's Randy, awkward AF, doesn't know what to do. Should I wear a mask? Should I not wear a mask? I go into this Walmart, and they say right there on the fucking door, if you're fully vaccinated, you do not need to wear a mask. And I'm like, I don't trust any of these sweat hogs to begin with.
Right. That's
like, I'm not worried about COVID-19. I'm worried about like airborne gonorrhea when I walk into a Walmart. Maybe I will wear this mask.
Well, that's
Thank you very much.
The thing is, we should have been wearing them for years. I mean,
let's wear them for years. I don't want to see half of most people's faces anyways. So you're doing me a favor.
Yeah, I don't care. I mean, it doesn't bother me. They don't bother me at all.
What was that thought that I just got abducted by aliens now? That was in my head. I don't know. I can't recall. I guess it was unimportant. I learned about this thing today. Do you know what voodoo spaghetti is, Tommy? Do you know what voodoo spaghetti is?
No.
I don't even know how I learned about this, but I did. So here it is. Voodoo spaghetti is allegedly a New Orleans sort of ritual thing. It's spaghetti made with minstrel blood. And the point is to make the person that menstruates fall in love with the wait, is that right? No, it can't be. So it's like if a woman loves a man and really wants that man to be super into that woman, she like menstruates into some spaghetti and like gives it to the man, and it like gives her total control over the man.
Oh, I don't believe that.
You don't believe in voodoo? Because I have a voodoo doll and I've been pouring lard all over it, and you're gonna get so fat.
Yeah.
So
Right.
you should believe. Don't be a Scully, be a Mulder. You need to believe.
Right.
You don't believe in any superstitions whatsoever,
Oh yeah, I would say I'm very superstitious.
but you don't believe in voodoo spaghetti.
Ye-
You believe in voodoo.
Yeah, I think. I mean, it's just shocking to me.
Shocking. Oh my God, you got to wrap your little head around it, do you?
Yeah, I remember one of my best friends' brothers told this story that he right before his senior prom he went on the America Online. This was back when you had to have the discs, and
Oh boy.
he had this super crush on this girl, and he bought this like
Super crush.
super crush, and he wanted to go to prom with her so bad, and
Yeah.
he bought this stuff online that you rub on your private parts, and
Goodness.
he did it, and the next day the girl asked him to prom.
Wow.
Yes.
See?
Mm-hmm.
It
So
is possible.
shit, or
I
maybe he just willed that. Maybe he was making advances at her already, maybe even subconsciously.
oh my goodness.
Because I do believe that you know, I do believe that there's definitely vibes. I believe in vibes. I believe in
Vibes.
yes. I believe that people
What is that? An STD?
people give off good vibes and bad vibes. Just their natural energy. I do believe.
Oh, you're like a beach boy all of a sudden.
Yeah,
Giving off
good
good
vibrations.
vibrations.
That's right. That's right. And
Okay.
I believe in what comes around goes around. So I think that's a little superstitious. That's why I never lie.
Sweet.
That's why I'm a good.
Sweet.
That's why I'm a very good boy, honest person.
Cool,
So
cool.
yeah,
What other cliches can you tell me?
well, and I believe in that big time. I think negative energy is met with negative energy, and the cliche of misery loves company. Um, and I think if you throw out good energy into the world, you'll get good energy back. That's the law of attraction. We've talked about this before in the podcast.
It's ironic that you talk about that when you're on a podcast called Miserable Retail Slave talking about misery.
Yeah, I guess is food considered retail? No, not really, right? No, food's more service industry, not retail. I mean, it is retail, kinda, because you're buying it at a
I would call
place
it
and selling it.
I would call it retail. Yeah, it's all in the same family. It's all kind of shitty.
Yeah, but I do remember being very happy every time I've been working at the restaurant. I think what I need is to stay busy. Being busy makes me happy. So I'm pretty excited for the change. I think I'm going to be busy a lot between comedy, the girls' sports, and probably once a week date night with the beloved, and then
You got you got to keep that marriage fresh. That's what I've learned.
oh yeah, I mean you gotta make some time. I mean
Got to make some time.
that's why you're here, right? That's why you marry people, to spend time with them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm a little
That's the thing. That's the thing I miss about retail. Actually, the mindlessness of retail.
yeah,
I used to have a lot of brilliant thoughts when I worked retail because I was sleepwalking like a zombie man throughout life.
that's it.
So
I wrote most of
yeah,
the jokes working around that grill. Absolute.
yeah. I feel like I'm a lot less witty now that I have a real almost adult job. Like I feel like I'm just a dullard,
Well,
and it's because I don't have a lot of time to have my mind wander all over the places.
right. I always found out that I write the best when I'm busy doing something that doesn't take a lot of thought, but I'm busy during doing it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm just sitting around, then I usually don't have. I guess sometimes I have funny thoughts just sitting around, but I mean, I don't know. I think it's the whole point of trying to kill time. You're just working. You're trying to work. Work through that time. So your mind's got to go somewhere. You know.
I feel you, dog. I do. That's e-rony too. That I'm
What?
on a podcast called Miserable Retail Slave, and I've yearned to escape from retail, and then I finally did, and then I somewhat yearned to go back to retail. That's e-rony.
Why are you saying urine?
I'm saying e-rony. It's like email, but kind of like irony, but dash rony. It's like an electronic form of irony because we're on a podcast and this is a digital form of media. You see.
I see. It's like rain on your wedding day. Ah, I get it. Are you a TikToker, Randy? Do you like the TikTok?
No, it's like checking your email from this real cute girl and then getting malware. That's irony.
Do you like TikToks? Are you a TikToker?
I have a TikTok account. I'm fascinated by the art form. I don't know how to do it whatsoever.
Yeah.
And yet I haven't given myself time either. Isn't that ironic that you have to dedicate yourself to a craft that takes only 5 seconds to unspool itself?
Right. Well, that's the way of the world, man. I'm telling you, that's the way of the world. People are their attention spans. You better catch their attention. I mean, I'll watch a TikTok and I'll give it. Sometimes. I mean, I probably scroll through more than I actually watch. Absolutely.
Man,
as soon as they start,
we should.
They better say something fun, or I'm gone.
We should start making 5-second podcasts.
Yeah. There's a guy that I know, David Dyer. He's a comedian, pretty famous one, out of Grand Rapids. But tours, and he's always doing the Bob and Tom All Star tours and stuff. He has a 5-minute podcast. Yeah, yep. It's pretty cool. He takes one subject. It's always on an idiom, and so it's a different idiom every week, and he breaks it down, and does it within 5 minutes.
That's fun. I thought about enlisting you to do a 10-minute podcast with me daily.
Okay.
And we still might do it. I just got to figure out how to do it right. Like, what would be a good way to do it? Like, what would we talk about? Like, something in the news or something like, I don't know. Still toying with the idea.
Yeah. Dave does it on Facebook, which I think is a pretty good way to do it. He just goes live on Facebook and does it for 5 minutes. I think that's actually, I don't know if he goes live, but he always uploads it onto Facebook anyway. It's a video podcast. I think that's I mean, I would have never known about it otherwise. So.
Yeah. I don't know. We still might do that. I got to think about how to do it.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that I'm thinking of already today. I'm like, holy crap, I'm going back to work on Tuesday, and there's so much stuff that I didn't get done that I wanted to, but I think that's always going to be the case. So.
Oh my God, your life is flashing. You're like, it's like you got a terminal death sentence and you're trying to cram in all the fun in your life. You're like, there's so much I had left to do.
No, I mean, like, I just had a lot of, like, we tore apart our whole house and we got pretty much everything back together except for one room that, we're just not sure what to do. It's just our spare bedroom. We're not sure what to do with it. So it's kind of like our storage closet right now, but, I probably should have got that back together. I should have stained the deck. That was another thing. Power wash the house. I just had a bunch of stuff on my to-do list that I didn't get around to do, but that's okay. I'm sure I'll have a.
It is okay. You know what the best thing about all those? You know what the best thing about all those regrets are? You'll have plenty of time to brood about them now.
Yeah, I'll have plenty of time to not do them on my day off. I'm sure.
Yeah. Because I'm too tired. Yeah, we gotta end this podcast because I'm gonna whiz in my drawers if we don't.
Okay.
This has been the Miserable Retail Slave Show. Go ahead. Go to that Facebook.com. Join our Facebook group. Search Miserable Retail Slave. Follow me on Twitter at mretailslave or Instagram at Miserable Retail Slave Podcast. If you enjoyed what you listened to now, the best thing you could do is suggest to a friend, listen to this hot shit. And I'm sure all the folks will get so excited and promptly give us all those sweet, sweet DLs that we desperately crave, you know?
Yeah.
Tommy doesn't want to be slinging around meats all day long, all those clean meats. He doesn't have time for it. He wants to sit around and be a creative endeavored type, you know?
Sure.
So make us so fucking famous, and Tommy doesn't have to work on the docks.
Yeah. I guess I used to daydream about what it would be like to work on the docks.
Oh yeah,
So-
you are a sailor, sir. That's for fucking sure.
Our buddy Richie's uncles are ship captains.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah, they do the freighters. Yep.
Cool. Does he have a parrot?
Not that I know. They live on the ship, so it's pretty wild. They're gone like
Oh, he must have a parrot then. He's got to.
They're gone like 6 weeks at a time. He says it's pretty crazy. They just I don't know, hauling cargo, I guess.
Okay. I feel like if you're a ship captain, not captain, captain, that should be your official title. You should be given a government issue parrot.
Right.
Yeah.
Or anything.
Go ahead and yawn at my brilliant insights, you fuck.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Thank you very much. All the people agree. And I hope you all agree with me that you'll tune in next time. And until then, stay miserable. Bye-bye.
Bye.